what are you guys doing at Infloso?
Currently at Infloso, we are building a marketplace where brands can find influencers, they can hire them, get their content, approve, deny, and also pay them everything on the platform without talking to the influencer. Times it.
So out of all these experiences, right, of all these companies, which one is very close to your heart and which is something that you really enjoyed?
So I enjoyed almost everywhere. I was doing things which nobody else was doing. I was changing things, experimenting with things. But Times of India is somewhere where I had graduated or understood how things should be done.
From the tech and the product perspective, what has been the biggest win for you guys so far?
So Infloso is the first product that I have built personally where people have come and paid themselves without me talking to them.
How many hours are you working in a week?
So I don't count that as such.
Typically
in a week around 70-80 hours.
जिनके 10-20 लाख followers है, how much money are they making in a month?
So some are making in crores also.
Just with 1 million, 2 million followers.
Yes.
Hello guys, welcome to another episode of our podcast Tech with Sukant. Today I have Bharat with me. He is currently the co-founder and CTO at Infloso AI, which is basically a marketplace where you can get access to almost all the influencer marketers in India and abroad. So, welcome Bharat.
Thank you, Sukant.
So, Bharat, what are you guys doing at Infloso?
So, currently at Infloso, we are building a marketplace where brands can find influencers, they can hire them, get their content, approve, deny, and also pay them everything on the platform without talking to the influencer.
Okay.
So we're just trying to automate the whole industry, which is currently being run by agencies in a manual way on WhatsApp and Sheets.
And who is the market leader right now in this particular space?
So currently, there are multiple agencies who are trying to do this.
Achha.
There are many big agencies who have a particular
agencies are basically trying to transition into a platform or a marketplace kind of a stuff.
So there are many agencies who are claiming to be a platform, but to be a platform, you should be able to log into their system directly. You just go there, log in and create an account. That is not possible in any of the platforms.
Just a sales pitch that, that we are a platform, we are a marketplace, but eventually everything.
Yes, everything is
really. Piche mein sara kuch is happening on Excel sheets and stuff.
Yes, that is how it is working.
Yeah.
For now. They'll give you a good dashboard and everything else is there. But the whole process end to end, from finding to hiring the influencer to paying them. So we have automated the whole part of it.
Agar abhi aap, if you are not doing Infloso right now, what else?
Maybe another digital product. So I've worked and done multiple different things. I have sold products on Amazon. I've worked with corporates. I've worked with startups. I've done a food tech startup, a travel tech. So I've tried each and everything.
Yeah.
I've come to realize my calling is into building products, a digital product. So that's what I'm doing right now. So if I'm not doing Infloso, I will be building another digital product.
Got it. So थोड़ा सा पीछे जाते हैं, looking back at your journey, right? So can you quickly tell me, and tell our audience कि आपने कैसे अपने career start करा था, क्या हुआ, what were the, what do you call it, important or life-turning events that led to, Infloso and whatever you are doing right now.
Yes. So I was lucky enough to identify my passion early in my life. So at home, I used to open the microwaves, TVs, transistors, everything. I used to open them up, even the switchboard and everything. I was lucky enough to have parents who allowed me to do all this. So I did all that. I used to do that. Then finally, one day I got a computer. It was a IBM desktop in 2000. That's where things changed. I started with some internet chat and everything there. Then I realized we can code. I can build things there. I started building things on that. I got addicted to it, literally. For not playing games, I was building games. At that time, Kaun Banega Crorepati had come up.
You're right.
And I was learning how to code in C++. And this was in my 10th class. Like, there was no formal education for computers and anything else. I wrote the whole Kaun Banega Crorepati game in C++.
Achha.
Or console based, but I could easily draw. You can draw from X to Y to Z to this to this to this to this. Then to make it blink, you change the color for 20 milliseconds, change the color again, change it to black, change it to another color. By doing this, I built the whole interface for Kaun Banega Crorepati, complete interface.
And how did you learn this?
online. So
Achha.
the way I
This
learned,
was which year?
2000,
2000.
around 2000, 2001. So that year, and internet was also very expensive. But then the way I learn is I don't do any course. Today also I don't do any course. I try to build something. So while building, you learn things. For example, how do I make it blink? So I learn how to make it blink. Then I learn. So this is how I was doing everything. I wrote the whole program in one file. There was no separate. I did not know how to make different files. I just wrote everything in one file, one class.
You were able to build this entire thing. वो अपने आप में is a big thing. बाकी separate file, optimization ये सब तो ठीक है, होता रहता है.
But then I learned it in school. वो दिखा रहे थे कैसे C++ में. Then I saw that it can be done in multiple files, which makes it more simpler. So this was one of those projects which I did. I used to sit on my system for 16 hours a day. My mom was also frustrated with me. Khana, you eat here only. At least eat. I used to sit there pura time. This was one. Then I'd build multiple different things. Nobody was paying me for this. I just building for the fun of it. I built a handwriting recognition system.
Achha.
Where you write A, it will recognize your handwriting and write proper A.
And text. How did you do that?
So I learned how to.
OCR वगैरह कुछ use
No OCR, nothing. I built each and everything in. So for example, I learned how to do it. For example, if you write A, I divide it into multiple boxes. Then I identify which boxes filled with that line, and with that full curve, I know if this box is filled up, then it is an A.
You got it.
So by doing this, no machine learning, nothing, just normal if-else cases at that time. Okay. And I could identify each and every letter, just write it, and I could do that. This also in C++. Then I learned and built transliteration, which is you write K, Y, A, it will write K, here, A. It's not translation, transliteration.
Got it.
So I used to do that because when you're writing something, we have English keyboards. I want to write it in Hindi. I cannot do that. So I wrote that software, used to write curve, I used to bring up that matra when you write and then the matra comes up and all that. So I wrote that whole software.
क्या लगता है, what do you think, कहाँ से ये सारे ideas आए या inspiration आया या motivation आया to do so many things, doing so many experiments?
So I was already exploring things, I was doing things, I wanted to understand how does the switchboard work. I was opening it up, I was doing all those things. And so by being curious about all those things, then while you're doing all those things, the questions come up, then the answers or problems come up. Like, nobody has done this, let me just try to do this. Then you do this, then you learn lots of things while doing that one thing.
You're right.
I was building such softwares without getting paid, without doing anything. I was learning Flash at that time. Adobe Flash was there, animations and all that, moving things around, how to do that. So did lots of things, and that is when I realized in 10th class, this is what I want to do in my life. How to do this now? Then I realized this can be done by doing engineering. So I was very clear. I want to do engineering, nothing else.
You're right. You were basically working backwards. कि मेरे को यहाँ जाना तो है ही. अब वहाँ पहुँचने के लिए क्या-क्या करना है? You were very clear about that. And what was your first job after graduation?
So this is an interesting thing which happened with me. I had choices. In college, so I was lucky enough to have 3 choices. And very different choices. One was LibSys, which is into library systems software. One was HCL. One was Indian Air Force. They had come to our college and then I got selected there also. These are very completely different choices. But because I was very clear with what I wanted to do in life, I wanted to build some company, some software of my own. LibSys was the right fit for me because I got that opportunity to build software there, write code and all that. HCL was more into that software maintenance mode. In Indian Air Force, obviously, it's a very good opportunity.
But it's a very different.
Yes, it's a very different thing.
Very different thing from what you wanted to do.
Yes. So because I was very clear, I was able to make these decisions of my life by understanding what I wanted to do. And I'm very happy that I chose this because as soon as I joined LibSys, I understood, yes, this is what I wanted to do. I can just sit there and do this the whole life.
Right. LibSys में क्या करा आपने फिर?
LibSys में first year में ही I got good success. So there's an interesting thing which happened. There was a meeting in which I was called, and LibSys was revamping the whole UI system. Okay. In that, I was there in the meeting. The CEO was there, other people were there. It was a small company, 30 people company. So they were showing us the UI, the new UI which is coming up and all that. And I already knew how the UI should be or how do we build good things and all that because I was researching about other things and all. I told them that this is not how the UI should be today. It can be much better. That's it. Nothing happened then. I thought maybe they ignored it and nothing happened. But then after some time, I was called into the CEO's office. He clearly asked me, "You were saying that it is not good. This is not how it is to be done. Tell me how it is to be done." I showed him the new UI or whatever software was available. There was GWT which was being used that time. We had Rich Faces library. I don't think many of the people must have heard of it.
Even I am not aware of this.
So GWT was Google Web Toolkit by Google.
Acha.
It translated Java code into JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay, and there were some libraries on top of the UI libraries. One was Rich Faces, which was JSP was being used with all this. So I showed him that, and it was very good UI wise and everything else. He gave me 1 week to transition one page of the whole software using that library. I was able to do that. I showed him, okay, this is how it is done. Then I was given a complete team. I had just 1 year experience. I was given a complete team with 5 people to write the whole software front end of the whole thing in that new library, which is currently being used at LibSys. I've met somebody a few years back. He told me the same thing. It's currently being used even after 10, 12 years. It's there. So I built the system in such a way that you can change the UI to another technology.
But the foundation
remains the same, the logic remains the same, everything remains the same. Just change 25 components are there in every UI. Just change those 25 components and the whole software is changed. So this is the early success that I got there. I got the confidence that yes, this is where I should be and this is how it should be done.
And iske baad you moved to MakeMyTrip.
Yes, I moved to MakeMyTrip. LibSys was a small company. The exposure to big scale and all that was not there. So I thought, okay, let's try something else.
Yeah.
Let's try scale and technology. And then I joined the front end team at MakeMyTrip. I was handling the main homepage of MakeMyTrip, where you select flight, hotels, bus, and everything else. So
and this was in which year?
This was in 2009, 10.
Okay.
I was there 2.5 around 9-10 ke aaspaas.
Acha.
So I was there at LibSys for 2.5 years, 2.5 years.
So MakeMyTrip mein again you and after MakeMyTrip you moved to
Times of India.
So out of all these experiences, right, of all these companies, which one is very close to your heart and which is something that you really enjoyed?
So I enjoyed almost everywhere. I was doing things which nobody else was doing. I was changing things, experimenting with things. But Times of India is somewhere where I had graduated or understood how things should be done, how the impact can be made. So it was very easy for me to make impact at Times of India because I understood how things work.
And you have moved across various companies, right? So how do you decide? How do you know कि abhi this is the right time to switch?
So there is no right time, wrong time to switch. It's just that this one is gut feeling, frankly. And then it is an opportunity, and does it align with your goals? That is to be checked. If you're clear with your goals, it is very easy for you to switch and take that decision.
Right. So at Infloso now, now that you are one of the co-founders, you are hiring people. So do you ever feel that you are actually not being able to feed the hunger of people that is there in your team?
No, it's not that. So there are multiple ways of doing this. There are some people who are very hungry, who need that open space. So as a person who is giving opportunities or giving directions to somebody who is junior, who is still growing up, there are different ways of working with people. Some people are there who need directions. So you give them clear directions of this is to be done, this is the task, this is to be done, make this blue color and put it there. That's it. There are some people who need that space. You don't tell them what to do. You just give them a problem. Okay, this is the problem. I don't know how to solve it. Give me a solution. This is where they give in their best.
Right.
So it should not be how I want them to be. It should be the other way around. I need to understand them and then give them that particular problem so that they excel in what they do.
Right. So when you are working with these engineers, right? You have a small team right now. You mentioned that in your early days, you always used to think that what is right for you, what is actually helping you grow in the direction that you always wanted to. So now in your team, how do you identify what is right for which person? If this person is actually the right fit for the team or not? Is there any specific framework that you follow? Is there any specific workflow that you follow, or is it just gut feeling? You talk to people, you understand, and then you act on it.
Yes. So first is that we hire for attitude, not skills. Skills can be learned. I've learned thousands of languages.
Yeah.
They keep changing every 2 3 years.
But
Doesn't
isn't
matter.
it that hiring and assessing someone for attitude is more difficult than assessing someone for a skill?
Yes, yes, it is very difficult to assess for attitude, but then there are some markers which I follow.
How do you guys do this?
So somebody who is taking initiatives, solving things on his own without any, without any push or something, is curious enough, is
Right.
learning fast. If somebody is like that, I prefer to work with these kind of people because they are able to learn fast, they are able to adapt fast, they're able to change or so all that is there. I don't need to teach them a new language. I don't need to tell them something new has come up, you do this. They'll just adapt, learn fast. This is what is required in technology. Maybe in other areas, you learn, you build on that experience, but technology, if you can learn fast, you are curious enough.
It's changing
You
very
can-
fast, right? So it's
Yes.
not something that आप सीख लिया expert बन गए,
Yes.
it's useless tomorrow. So you have to keep evolving every day with every passing day, every passing month.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is where the learning attitude comes up. The humility has to be there. And so these things are very important for me to hire someone.
But wait, out of curiosity, right? How do you assess someone for if they have that curiosity, if they have something, what do you call it? They have that hunger to learn, they have that hunger to grow. इसको आप analyze कैसे करते हैं?
So instead of looking at resumes,
Yeah.
I ask them about incidents. Where have they faced the problem and how did they solve it? There are many people who have never faced the problem and never solved it. So if you have faced the problem and you have solved it dearly and deeply, like you have spent lots of days doing just one special thing, then obviously you have that attitude to not give up, to solve that particular problem, even if it takes weeks or months. You just keep at it.
Right.
So if there is no incident which has happened with you, with your experience, it's not necessarily a tech experience. It could be a life experience also.
It's basically overall how you are approaching a problem, right? And how you are, coming down to a solution and then executing it, right?
Yes.
Be it life, be it work, doesn't really matter.
Yes.
Apne, you remember, in our last conversation, you mentioned something very interesting that you did at Times Internet. You guys had roughly around 100 odd servers.
Yes.
You guys did some optimization, brought it down to 30.
Yes.
And although you were not getting approval for additional servers, can you quickly,
Yeah, there are multiple things that happen. So I was working on building something internally which is similar to Google Analytics. So every action which is done on any Times of India property was being tracked at our system. So I developed the whole system, my whole team was there. We had 100 servers, which 5 of us were taking care of. And now we figured out there was Kubernetes and Docker which had come up, something new. So it's the same attitude and everything is going on there. So we saw that we can use Kubernetes and Docker and we can reduce the number of servers from 100 to 30. But if you want to do that, we need 30 more 30 servers
right,
to launch everything there, the version 2, and then decommission the 100 servers.
Yeah.
But Times of India being a big company, approvals are required for procuring and everything else is there. So we sent a request to seniors for approvals. We waited for a month, nothing happened. There was no response, nothing was there. So there are two ways of doing things. One is to give up. But then me being me and having that attitude, it did not allow me to give up. I tried to find how can we optimize the whole system. So I sat with my team, understood that there are some servers not being used up to 80% or 90% of their CPU. 40% was being used. So we combined the services from 2 different servers in one server, and doing that, we were able to take out 30 servers from the pool of 100. We reduced it to 70. We took out that 30 servers from there, deployed the version 2 on 30 server, then sent a mail to our seniors one day
to decommission
the 70 servers. And the system remains operational. Everything is working fine. Everything is okay. So one is you wait for that opportunity or approvals to happen.
You have to create that opportunity for yourself.
Yes.
Right.
And by doing this, it made me understand that nothing is impossible. You don't need to wait for approvals. Just get things done. Try to think of innovative ways to get things done.
And what has been the biggest tech blunder that you have done?
So I don't think anything is a blunder as such. There are some mistakes that happen, and then if you're constantly innovating and all that, there are many failures.
Of course.
Okay. So once one of my team members sent a notification. So we're working on this notification engine. We were sending Times of India notifications. He sent A to the whole Times of India users. Everybody in India got a notification with A written there, nothing else.
Okay.
He was testing it on the local system, but somehow he connected to the production system and then just sent it up. And then our business head came out from his cabin and asking, who did this? But he has good experience. He understands everything else. He just came and asked, who did this? Nothing happened. People tend to forget what happened. And there was nothing wrong written there, just A and then going as a notification. People forget it within 2-3 days. But then this was on Times of India property, which is a very big, thing.
In fact, the overall reach is huge, right?
So, yes. So nothing happened. Just we were asked what happened, and then have some processes in place. I learned something that day. People are never to be blamed in these kind of cases. We should always blame the technology and the processes.
It's mostly the processes.
Yes. So
why does he need to have that production access? He shouldn't be having that.
Yes. So if you're giving somebody an access, the chances of that happening are there.
Human error is always going to happen, right? You can never mitigate that. It can never be 100%,
Yes.
So वो तो हमेशा होगा ही होगा. So you have to set up those processes. You have to keep that process in place to minimize the human error as much as you can.
Yes. So I learned that humans are never to be blamed. Always change the process, fix it.
So did you guys remove production server access after that?
Yes, I removed it even from myself because I can also make that mistake.
Anybody can do that, right?
Yes.
It's a very honest mistake which anybody can do.
Yeah. So we controlled everything. We removed prod access from everybody. The environment keys were stored in a proper vault. So I did not have access to that vault. Only it can be accessed from the production server. So nobody could make that mistake again.
Right. And what has been, let's talk a little bit about Infloso now. आपको क्या लगता है from the tech and the product perspective? What has been the biggest win for you guys so far?
So Infloso is the first product that I have built personally, where people have come and paid themselves without me talking to them.
Okay.
So you build product, you sell it, you go there and sell somebody, they'll come and buy. But then someday you're sitting
something that you have built and people are coming and people are just paying before
even talking to us.
Without even talking to you guys.
Yeah, you get an email that somebody has paid. That's it. So that's a feeling which has never happened without.
And from the tech perspective, what are the challenges do you think was there you guys worked on?
So there are lots of challenges. So this is the 4th version of the product that we currently have. To start with, we started with Excel sheets. We did the whole POC on Excel sheets and everything else. We saw that yes, the scope is there, and we built the first version of the product where there were multiple flows which were not there. For example, as a creator, I have 2 Instagram accounts.
Okay.
But I can apply with only 1 Instagram account. Because that was the flow. I did not expect people to have 2 Instagram accounts and then they want to apply with 2 Instagram accounts. But the structure was not built in such a way. So there was many such small cases which had happened, because of which we had to rewrite the whole thing again.
And anything that because of tech which directly impacted your business, your revenue?
So mostly these kind of things which were there, where this was not even scalable. For example, we got 1,000 applications for one particular campaign. We were expecting only 10, 20, 30, 40.
Okay.
So, because there were only 10 slots available. But then we got 1,000 applications. That is where it was not built in such a way, and we did not expect so much response in a day. So we did not expect such a high response for a particular collab. And then we had to rewrite the whole thing. We had to fix the whole thing. So all the small things are there where we keep optimizing. This is the 4th version which is there currently. And this is built using AI completely end to end. This has happened. And which has changed a lot of things. This was not possible to build this earlier because now we are able to match the right kind of creators with the right kind of brands. We're able to identify the content of a creator. So the kind of data that we have built right now, we're able to easily identify For example, you want to search for a creator in Mumbai with less than 10,000 followers with curly hair, 5-inch,
You
10
just need
height.
to put in this prompt and it will return everything.
Yes, just write this text and it will give you the right kind of creators that's directly. To do this, we're using AI to identify each and every content the creator has posted. Each and every post, each and every image, we try to understand what is there in that image. If there's a football there, if there's an earring there, everything is identified and then stored. Now you're able to easily find all those creators. This is not possible even on Instagram or any other platform.
But does Instagram, gives you the right to actually crawl through their platform, through those, it does.
So we have creators who are registered on the platform. They come in, give us their phone numbers, email, sign up on the platform. There's a connect Instagram button. They click on that button, they go to the Instagram access, they give us the access, and then we have APIs access.
Got it.
So we have direct access to all the data of that creator.
Got
So we're able to do all this.
Got it. And you have mentioned, we were talking about, if you remember from last conversation, we were talking about work-life balance as a founder, as a, being part of such an early stage company, right? How does this work-life balance actually look like? Does it actually exist?
So there are two kinds of people in this world. One is people who are not that creative, who are to be told, as I said. If you are somebody who has to be told, it is better to do a job, good work-life balance, be there. But if you're somebody who has that creative itch, you should always start your own thing or be a co-founder somewhere. Then there is no work-life balance. There's no concept of work-life balance. But saying this, I also feel that why are we working? We are working for our life and our family to make it good. If we are not able to spend time with our family, our kids, and everybody else, there's no use of working.
Right.
So there's no concept of work-life balance. It's the balance of what is required when. So if I have an important meeting, I'll obviously attend that.
I think it's just, sometimes work takes priority, sometimes life takes priority, and then you have to try to balance it.
Yes. So I'm very clear with these things, which takes priority. So there's an important meeting which comes up, obviously I'll go there. If it's my kid's birthday or some function, annual day, anything which is there, that is priority, even if I lose a contract, doesn't matter. So I know the priorities clearly. If there's nothing important is there, then obviously I'll go for that work.
Right.
Required. So I have had these instances where I have to come back from some place early just for the annual day of my kid.
And it actually makes sense.
Yes.
Right? So what's
why
the
are
point?
why are we living that life?
And how many hours are you working in a week?
So I don't count that as such.
Typically, roughly.
Typically in a week around 70, 80 hours.
Which is a lot.
Yes. But then I don't sacrifice my family time for this. I sacrifice my sleep, which is, I don't recommend that. But that is what I am doing right now. I work even after everybody's off to sleep, and then I work at night.
And how big is your team at Infloso right now?
Currently, we are 20 people.
Okay, and do you think and there are a lot of people who talk about कि यार eventually सब कुछ autopilot में चल जाएगा. Do you think that actually happens? Can any business actually run on autopilot?
Yes, there are many flows which can be automated. So this is what we believe. The next phase which is coming up is the chat interface or the voice interface which is there. Currently, we have websites and apps. They will also go away. We will have chat interfaces and voice interfaces where we'll interact with the software. We'll not see the whole UI or website. We'll not need to go to any UI.
Zomato launched, they launched their own MCP server.
So if everybody is launching MCP, OpenAI is coming out with marketplace and everything else, we'll not need all that. Everybody will have their own trained, chatbot which understands you as a person, and then you will have a system or a chatbot interface which will interact with different apps for you.
But see, the funny thing is, I was just recently reading something on LinkedIn from someone, I don't remember who, that everybody is building a lot of stuff around automating a lot of stuff through AI agents, etc., etc.
Yes.
Right, but nobody has ever been able to build, at least so far, something that actually kind of fuels the business, which is sales. Right, sales is still completely offline, completely human led. there is no AI in picture. When AI actually is in picture, that sales actually never happens. So why do you think is that? And do you think that is going to change in future? I think you guys are already doing something like that.
Yes. So every technology which comes up takes 2 to 3 years to mature. The .com boom, there were thousands of .com sites, but then 90% failed, 10% remained, which are mostly still there.
Yeah.
Then we had this app era where iPhone launched apps and all.
2010 onwards.
Yes. Yeah. So there were thousands of apps which were launched, but then out of them also 90% failed, and then 10% which are relevant and which make sense remain there, and then there are high quality apps. This is what is happening in the AI era also. Everybody is trying to build agents and everything else. This also has changed. Everybody was building models first. Now they're building agents. Finally, it will be apps on a vertical.
Correct, right? That vertical.
It will happen.
Yes, yes.
So once that vertical integration happens, that is where it will add that value, which is still 6 months to 1 year down the line. We'll have that value which is there. Then 90% will fail, 10% will survive, which will give that value, and then we'll have those chat interfaces.
Yes.
This has been happening normally. Like this is how technology.
But can my question was more around do you think businesses can run on autopilot?
Yes.
How?
So there are many things which can be automated and which can be done in a better way than what humans can. For example, marketing. It's a very clear set of things. For example, running Google ads. Currently, a person has to create that ad. It is clearly automated now. We can generate those creatives easily. You just give the prompt, right. Creators are there. So that part is automated in a way. Now you can run ads. Instead of generating one creative, generate 10 creatives, different variations. Run those as Google Ads campaign, for example. AI knows which is doing better. Shut the 9 down. Put all the money in that one particular campaign. It's all automated. It is giving you better results than what a human can.
Correct.
This is just one campaign. Now just scale it up. So the whole marketing team, obviously we need somebody there, a person, somebody handling all that or giving instructions, taking decisions, the money. Yes, okay.
You can reduce. So what I feel is that you can reduce human intervention, but it cannot be an autopilot. It cannot remove human from the equation. It can maybe reduce the intervention.
Yes, not yet until AGI is there.
Now talking about AGI, do you think AGI is actually going to come? Where are we in terms of AGI?
Yes, it is going to come, but not today. Maybe after 5 years, 10 years. Nobody knows that, but it is going to come. See, even about this automation and everything else. Earlier, it used to take 100,000 people to earn $1 million. Then now it takes 10,000 people to earn $1 million. It has reduced to 1,000 people, or maybe 100 people also can earn 1 million. Now it reduced to 10.
Yeah.
10 people will earn that 1 million. So this is what is happening. Slowly and slowly, that just number will go down. Number of people required to create that much value will just reduce because you're automating everything with technology. That is the kind of change which is happening.
But AGI, right now the LLM models that we have in place is primarily around it just predicts the next token.
Yes.
Correct? And it doesn't have any intelligence as such.
Yes.
It just have the context and a better way of answering your question. Just think of a smarter chatbot who can just talk in natural language.
Yes.
Right. That's what it is there. Even in terms of coding, even when I lot of times when I do that vibe coding, right? So most of the time and more often than not, making it hardly makes life easier. Sometimes it just messes up this entire thing, and you end up spending a lot more time debugging, finding what has went wrong where and stuff like that. Plus, there is no predictability of the business logic that has been written, the library that has been used, right? So it hallucinates a lot as well.
Yes, and it has to hallucinate. Humans are not predictable. So the system that we are building now cannot be predictable. Otherwise, it is a zeros and ones. If it is very accurate and giving you that answers, then it doesn't make sense. It will not give you that creativity, will not be there. So if you want to act as humans, it needs to make that mistake. And because it is not a human, it is up to us to reduce that amount of mistake that it can make. And the best part, humans have memory which we forget.
It doesn't have the memory that
Yes,
it forgets.
it will
right?
not forget things. So it will be much better than what humans can do.
But let's say even if AGI comes, right? If AGI comes, we're talking about creating separate, maybe your AI twin of Bharat. Your AI twin is going to be much smarter than you. So, and if it has that AGI, right, isn't it going to compete with you?
Not necessary. So we thought that once we have laptops and internet, nobody will do farming. But people are doing farming, people are using laptops. The person who is using a laptop or knows how to use a laptop is earning a little more than the person who is farming. Now the second phase is there. Person who knows AI, the current LLM AI, whatever it's generative AI is there, will earn a little more than the person who knows laptop or computer, will earn more than somebody who is doing farming. So this is how the multi levels will be there. Somebody who has that access to AGI will do things faster, better, 10x,
Well, everybody
100x.
will have access to AGI, right? It's not that it won't be restricted or limited.
Yes, but not everybody uses it. So today also everybody has access to laptop and internet. Is everybody using it? Why is not everybody using it? So theoretically, yes, everybody has access. Practically, no. People do not have access to all this. And even if they have, some people will figure out a way to do farming using AI in a better way, which is 100x of what they're doing right
Right.
now. So,
Eventually, it's application of technology, right?
Yes.
Where, what you're doing with that technology, that is more important than what actually the technology is.
yes. So humans are not going away anywhere. Like our jobs are not going. Anybody who's not learning or growing with the system will earn a little less.
Right.
Anybody who's growing or understanding the system will earn more. That is the only difference which is there.
Right.
And it needs humans also. So earlier people were working for 7 days. Then they started working for 6 days, 5 days. Now some countries have 4 days working.
Correct. Right.
This is what is happening. People will just reduce the amount of time you need to work to earn that much value, so that you can have a better life. You can travel, you can do other things which are there.
Right.
So this is how it is changing. It's just that people who understand and grow, are curious, learn, they'll grow faster. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything else remains the same.
There have been, also a lot of studies where it says that people who have been using a lot of AI and LLMs, and basically children who have been using a lot of AI and LLMs, their thinking process, their development of mind is getting restricted.
True. The IQ level is going down. Let me tell you this. Earlier, we used to remember the phone numbers, each and every person's phone numbers.
Phone number, we used to remember all the paths, right? All the roads,
Yes.
all the routes. Now
Yes.
we don't know anything.
Yes.
It's Google Maps. Google Maps पे लगाया हमें जहाँ जाना है चले जाते हैं. We don't need to remember any route.
Yes, we don't need to remember. So we don't use that part of our brain to store things. Now we don't remember other things also because we are not using that part of our brain. And for us, like for me especially, I've remember the days when I used to remember these things. Now it's a little less. Obviously, I remember 2-3 numbers now. So this is happening with me also. Now think of people or kids who have never been exposed to that remembering thing.
Right.
And what I feel is they don't need to even remember now.
See, I think the same mental bandwidth can be used for better things.
Yes.
Right.
So
yeah.
Instead of spending time on learning or putting things in your mind, it should be more towards a logical implementation of how can you use the already existing data and then use it in a way where nobody else is using. So use it in a better way, use it in a creative way. That is where the human mind should focus on.
Right.
But yes, the IQ levels are going down and it is difficult to prevent that.
So, abhi AI mein, do you think how is AI actually impacting overall influencer market and influencer marketing and influencers as well?
So there
are a lot of AI influencers.
Yes,
also
I was coming to
picture,
that.
right?
This is also something which is there where people will start building those AI influencers and they think it will work. For me, what I feel is that will not work. Only creating an AI influencer will not work. what will work is you already have an influencer who has a personality, a human, real human who has a personality. Maybe the content which he creates in 7 days can be created using AI in a day, but then that input, his input, the kind of content that he wants to create, the words, the video, the colors, everything that he wants to do can be just made faster. Instead of 7 days, can be made in 1 day. So that is where technology can help the influencers. Because if you remove that human touch from the influencer, there is no influence there.
Obviously, see, you're removing that unique property of every person, right? So everyone has a unique DNA, and I think that's what differentiates people from each other.
Yes.
And no matter what, right? No matter how much we use GPT, LLM, etc., still we are able to very easily identify if something is coming from an AI or something is human written.
Yes. So it is trained on a particular set of data.
Right.
It is limited to that set only. It will not be able to create new things, new ideas which are not there. Very difficult right now.
Right.
So that is where the human touch is required. So we are also working on all these things. We're trying to, currently we run a campaign, it takes around 7 days and all that. We're trying to reduce it to 1 day by helping the creator create the content faster. The same content, everything is the same, but it just happens in a day without maybe sending the product to that creator. So we have the photo of that product, we have the photo of the creator, we know the concept, just combining all three, create the content within few minutes, done. And it is the content that the creator would have posted, the same content, which would have taken 7 days to post.
And I think that's already happening. So there are companies like Truefan, etc., right? Jahan pe, you can create any ad with all the celebrities that they have partnered with, right? So you can create any ad, make them speak whatever you want, and at just at a fraction of cost which you would ideally pay when you are onboarding a new celebrity or something.
Yes. So this is the kind of difference that can be made with AI, which was not possible a few years back. You cannot even think of this. So it also, the same concept is there. It will just reduce the time taken to earn that same amount of money. This time is reduced.
Right.
The same concept everywhere
so
using
influencer marketing and overall with this influencer market, dekha jaye to, where are we heading towards? I mean, there are so many influencers who are sprouting up day in day out. So many influencers with, आपको तो पता ही होगा, there are so many influencers with almost 1 million followers.
Yes. So the thing is, there are thousands of actors also. There are many people who want to be actors and actors who want to be actors and all that. So there are many people who are there.
Everybody has got a stage where they can showcase themselves.
Yes. Earlier, you had to have a good movie to become an actor and all that. But now you have a complete different stage where if your content works, if you are able to associate or connect with that audience, you can get that fame. So everybody is able to, they have a platform where they can do all this. And then everybody is focusing on a particular niche. So all that is happening, people will grow, and we are also influenced by lots of things. We want to buy a car, we ask our friends and families. We're limited to that.
Obviously, everything that we do on a day-to-day basis is influenced, inspired, or borrowed from someone or somewhere. Nothing is original.
But that is the quality of that suggestion that you get is better with influence because they're professionals in that. For example, if somebody is into makeup, he's reviewing each and every makeup box which is there in the market. He knows the difference between those things. So even for technology, there are multiple creators who review technology and the kind of insights that they have and that they can give. They're experts in that technology, which is not possible without that. So that is why if you want to buy a laptop today, what do? You go on YouTube to search for reviews on that laptop or maybe anything which you want to buy. You go on YouTube,
Reddit, 3-4 forum pe padha how it actually is, and then you make a decision.
Yes. And all those people who are telling about that laptop.
But don't you think that these influencers are also losing that credibility? Because a lot of time, personally, if I look back, I feel that sometimes कोई influencer किसी चीज को recommend कर रहा है या फिर 10 चीजों को compare कर रहा है, मुझे पता है कि यार जिसके लिए उसे पैसे मिले होंगे वो उसे सबसे अच्छा बोलेगा और बाकियों को वो second, third, fourth number पर randomly डाल देगा.
Yes, but then there are some creators. Once you look at their content, you will understand. You give them money or you don't give them money, they will review your product in the right way. There are many creators like that.
Sure.
So they'll review without getting paid. They will give positive, negative reviews also. Even if you're giving them the product for free, they will give you negative reviews. They don't care. They don't care if you don't give them the product next time. They don't care. They'll buy it and review. So there are so many, like MKBHD is one, then Food Farmer is one.
Right.
So all these kind of creators are there which don't care about these things. So these are the genuine creators which I believe. Obviously, they have a better value there because people know.
And how much does a creator make? How much money do they make typically? Depending on the number of followers there. Let's say if a creator has 10,000 followers, how much are they making?
So frankly, there's no bar or anything which is there. It depends on the brand. So if a bigger brand is paying, they pay maybe 10,000 for a 10,000 follower. Smaller brand will pay 1,000 for a 10,000 follower also. All that is there. It depends on the product. If the creator likes the product, he's okay with free also. Right? If he does not like, something is there.
What about people having maybe 500,000 or 1 million followers or 2-3 million followers?
So there's a very different thing which happens.
This is a very I think people are very curious about this.
Yes.
यार इतने जिनके 10-20 लाख followers है, how much money are they making in a month?
So some are making in crores also.
Just with 1 million, 2 million followers.
Yes.
Achha, okay.
But then followers is not the right kind of matrix. Only because followers can be bought, all this happens, and it happens more at the higher level than the lower level. For example, if somebody has 100,000 followers, the chances are more कि उसने खरीदे नहीं, like it's his own followers. This doesn't make sense to buy followers at that stage. If you have 5 million, to make it to 6 million, you may buy, you have that capacity and all that happens.
Right.
So the authenticity goes down and the engagement rate goes down as the follower count increases. So it doesn't make sense to always hire high-end creators for a campaign. It depends, like different kind of creators. What is your aim for that particular campaign? It depends on that. So the way we are focusing on Infloso, so we focus on the nano and the micro creators. So you won't expect big creator to come and download the app and use it.
Of course, right.
We have small creators with us whose engagement rate is around 15-20%. Big creators have 2-3% engagement rate. It's better to hire 10 small creators. This is what we feel, and we have seen the impact also. Hire 10 small creators. 2 of them, I'm telling you about the numbers, will make some content which will go viral. 8 will not do it that way. But then the 2 will give you that ROI more than what you must have got by hiring somebody, a bigger influencer. The engagement rate is high, the reach is high, the niche is there, the kind of people who are following them are there, the amount of audience that you can reach using these influencers is more. So that's why we're building this platform where we are enabling these kind of creators.
Obviously, you guys have direct access to their Instagram, so you know the correct numbers as well. That cannot be changed, or that cannot.
Yes, they cannot change those numbers. So we don't ask them about their number. We know them. We know everything there. It's already there. So there are people with 1 million followers earning in crores. There are people with 2 million followers earning nothing.
Sure. Okay.
So it depends.
Depends on the kind of followers as well, and the kind
of niche. For example,
category.
We have a person who's creating art.
Achha.
He has lots of followers. But then art the kind of brands who are paying, it's not there. Like, what do you promote with a person who is making paintings? You can promote stationery, but then there are not many brands paying out in stationery. So yes, he has followers, he has everybody, but then he's not earning well because the kind of niche which is there is not where you can earn.
You're right.
So lots of things are there. Just based on only followers or only any other metric, it does not help anybody.
इतने सारे followers, इतने सारे creators के साथ काम करके, is there any specific formula that you think is there, to become a successful creator?
Yes, so the basic thing is you keep posting content. While you're posting your content, try to find or identify one niche, like you have also done, like focusing only on the tech people. This is a very good thing. Nobody wants to talk to tech people because they don't talk. But if you talk to tech people about tech, they will talk.
Right, and they will talk unstoppably.
Yes. But if you ask them other questions, I think it's very difficult to get them to talk. So
Right.
you have identified a good niche. Just keep creating content on that one niche. It takes 2 to 3 years for you to find one particular thing which works.
Right. Obviously, right. Everything takes time.
Yes, so that structure has to be there. Keep posting every week, at least once a week to start with, then twice a week at least. Keep posting consistently for 2 years, and finally you will find that niche and that click happening.
Right.
And this has worked for multiple different things, which is I've seen most of the creators. This is how it works.
Right.
So we have many new creators coming on the platform, and they ask us, I have 1,000 followers, how do I increase? What do I do? How do I get more collabs and all that?
1,000 followers वालों के पास भी लोग आते हैं क्या?
हाँ.
Brands आते होंगे पास.
हाँ. So we have multiple campaigns where, we have seen some companies hiring 1,000 followers वाले लोग, and then hiring 100 of them.
अच्छा.
1,000 से 100. So 1,000 followers पे they have a reach of 10,000. But then you expand it to 100 creators, 20 will go viral. It's done at a very good price. And then if you're doing a barter campaign with them, for example, you give them your product, they're happy. As a company, I just give them my product. That's it. Just
All right, I think very early stage creators, उन्हें तो कहीं से भी, for them more than product, it's a validation of what they are doing.
Plus, they need to create content. They need something to create content on.
Right.
If they get a product, they know I have to create content on this product. So, वो सब भी just a catalyst and win-win for both.
Right.
We are just enabling all this, which is happening right now in an unstructured manner. The creators do not know where to go, how to find collabs, how do I reach the brand. There's nothing there. So we have an app. You can just go there. You'll find all the list of all the collabs and the eligibility criteria. Click on it, apply. And then we have multiple brands who do not know which creator to hire, how to hire, which is the right kind of creator, what to do. So as a brand, we'll give you the complete analysis of a profile, each and everything from their engagement rate to their profile views, average views, all the content, their category, the brands that they have worked with. We know everything about that particular creator. We give you everything. Now it is easy for you to hire and select those particular creators.
It's easier to apply those filters, and based on your parameter, it's easier to hire that way, right?
Yes. So the filter is already applied, whatever the applications are coming in. You already know that these are the right kind of creators. It's just now your choice to select whatever you want to choose. So the way it works is you create a campaign for 10 creators. Within few hours, maybe you create it in one day. Next day, you will get around 700-800 applications for that. And then you use AI to maybe trim them down to the top 10, 20, however you want to. Or you have somebody sitting manually and doing it. So there are some brands who want to review each and every content, each and everything, each and every creator. They want to do it manually. They have a team inside. They want to do it. Okay, fine. Then there are some companies who say, do it automatically. So we have a system, AI system, which automatically accepts the creators, approves the content, and everything else happens automatically. So we cannot just give them one option of this. There are different options for them to do it. Some people want to control the kind of narrative which is there.
Yeah.
There's a streetwear brand, they want to control that.
Which brand?
Streetwear brand. I'm not naming the brand, but
sure.
streetwear brand is that they have a very particular way or kind of creators that they want to work with. So even if they follow each and every criteria that they've entered, they want to look at the content aesthetics, is what they call it. Which cannot be defined, or there's no definition for that aesthetic.
That is very subjective.
Yes, it is subjective. So in technology, we cannot define aesthetics. So they just look at it and they feel it is good, and then they hire those creators. So we need to give them this option. That's what we are building.
Isn't it very difficult, to manually screen so many creators? If you're doing it at a scale, it's crazy stuff, right?
It depends. So we don't scale it. We are just the platform.
Right,
if a brand has that capacity to do it, they do it.
So on Infloso, so as a brand, I can also look at those creators, and I can also look at their content as well.
Yes. So there are two different modules that we have created. One is Discover module, where, as I shared, you can find creators who have less than 10K followers, curly hair, and all that. You get a list.
Yeah.
Now you want to work with them yourself. You are free to do that. Just open the creator. You'll find the ID. Ping them on DM and just work with them directly. Or the other way is you create a campaign. You will get applications of those creators. You hire those creators, work with them on the platform. If you don't want to know, sign the contract with them separately. You don't trust them, and all that is there. This is also a big issue here. Who will pay first? Creators are also not sure when will I get paid, or brand is not sure if I will get the content if I pay in advance or if I pay
Right. So
later.
basically, you guys are acting as an escrow as well
In
for
a way.
both the parties.
Yes, so we give that trust and security to both the parties. If you work on Infloso, you don't need to worry about all that. No contracting is there, nothing is. Just look at the price, and we have a system for negotiation also. You can negotiate everything on the platform. Everything is there. So you don't need to talk to that creator, understand. So you can work with thousands of creators in one go. That's
Awesome.
what we are trying to build.
Bharat, what is your goal in life?
There are multiple goals, and the goals keep changing. When I was a young person, I thought, okay, one day I'll buy a good car, one day I'll buy a good house and all that. Now, when I bought my first car, there's something I was looking forward to for 2 years, and then I finally bought it. The day I bought it, I felt sad because now there's nothing to look forward to. I used to look at that car, look at the photos, there's that, but now I'm inside the car driving it. I'll not go and look at, like, it's there.
That's the funny thing about materialistic.
Yes.
Things, you're attracted to it only until you don't have it.
Yes.
So the moment you have it, it loses value.
So I've already bought my house, I've already bought a car, everything else is there. So now that is already faded. Now the goals have changed. Now
abhi kya goal hai aapka?
The larger goal is to create impact or leave a dent in the universe, as Steve Jobs said. As humans, we are there in this world. We should leave a dent or improve the society in a way where our contribution is there for long. And in India, we have lots of problems. There are thousands of problems which are there in India. One is the education system is not that great in India. It's all rote learning, and there's the brain is not being used the way it is supposed to be used. People who are coming up, I'm hiring or taking interviews also, people do not know what to do. They don't know the technology, they don't know nothing about life. Yes, clueless. And what do they want in life, and all that is not there. They are very afraid of taking risk or understanding finance. They don't know some basic things in life. They'll break if you stress them, give them stress, because they have been bubble wrapped all their life. So very difficult.
Right. So do you think it's an education problem or overall cultural problem? Is this everywhere across globe, or is it just in India?
Mostly it is across the globe, but in India it is more because across the globe basic things are sorted. Roti kapda makan is sorted. Now they're focusing on innovation and other things. So the education is also in that innovation and other things. Here people are not sorted in that way. So they focus on earning first, whatever give them money.
Obviously, right? So, stability chahiye.
So all that is there. But then they don't understand. If you don't understand the basics, you don't get a job, you don't get to earn. So that basic is not there, but plus they want to earn. It will not work out that way.
Correct.
So it's our flaw. We are not able to give that kind of education to our next generation, which is coming up. The whole education system and everything else has to be sorted in a way. This is one of the things which I want to fix. Then there is hospitals, which is a big pain, which is happening right now. Currently, hospitals are a money-making machine, which is there.
Right.
What I want to do is I want to dissociate the money with the treatment. The treatment given should not be associated with the money.
Okay. So basically, no matter what you are being treated for, the amount remains same.
Yes, in a way.
Okay.
So I've seen this happening in India. This is already happening in India, in the army.
But doesn't it, now there are two parts to it. One, people who are going to hospital for some minor illness, right? Unke hisab se they should be paying very less. People who are going for major illness, they should be paying more. Now, people who are going for major illness, unke liye to sahi hai, they are ending up paying less. But people who are going for minor illness, they are ending up paying more. Isn't it? There will be a friction from those folks.
So I believe there should be a subscription model or something like that.
Acha.
It is the same thing.
Got it.
You pay X amount per annum,
No matter what you are
no
being.
matter what happens, no matter how many times you visit, no matter what is the cure or what is the medicine.
So it's basically you're talking about, we're talking about insurance.
Insurance currently was supposed to work that way, but it is not.
तो फिर इंश्योरेंस की तो जरूरत ही नहीं है. Once
नहीं.
that happens, insurance is out of picture.
Yes, once that happens, insurance is not required because it is there. Insurance की जरूरत नहीं. But then it has to operate like in a broader way. It cannot happen like only one hospital is providing that, so you have insurance, this subscription for only one hospital. So if you're somewhere else and you're gone.
So basically, what you're talking about is more of a public health system, what we have in a lot of countries in Europe, Canada, Australia, etc. Right?
Yes.
Where people are paying certain tax to government, and then they're taking their basic healthcare, not basic, all their healthcare education is being taken care by the system, by the government.
Yes. In India also we have this public healthcare system, which is already very broken.
Right, but there is a lot of corruption, right? It's not very practical.
Yes. So that kind of thing is there, but then it is working very well in army somehow.
Right.
You have anything that happens to you, they'll take care of you. No worries. And the treatment that they give, anything that happens to you, they will take care
top
of.
notch, right? Like absolutely, it doesn't matter, right?
And the kind of doctors that you have there,
one of the best.
Everything is top notch. So it is possible to do that in India.
Right,
but
with the kind of population, with the kind of scale that we have, it can very easily be achieved.
Yes.
Right. So
yes, that can be done, and there are some companies doing it.
Achha.
Let's see. One is Super Health.
Achha.
So that started.
How much does this cost?
They are charging $999 per annum for a family of 4.
Just $999.
I'm not sure how they're doing it, but yes, they're doing it.
And they own the hospital and everything?
Yes, they have a very good concept. Like they have a 50-bed hospital. They won't make it a big hospital. They're controlling it to that. Once you go there, there is no registration form. Nothing is there. You just talk to the doctor. They give you some prescription. If they write something, any test, anything which they have written, you get it. If they're not written, obviously you not get it. And then most of the things are covered. All the tests and all the medicines, everything else is covered. Just go to the next room, get the medicines or tests done, out. And you get the report within 2 hours. So it is possible. The margins are huge in the medical system.
Crazy.
If you just remove everything and you get the subscription model.
And still they will end up making money.
Yes.
Right? Because it's a volume game. It's not a
go
game, right?
And then the doctor is not incentivized to write or to not write the test because it doesn't matter.
Their incentives is not going to get impacted.
Yes. So I'm happy to see that some people are already doing this. I've been thinking of this, how to do this, and I've been writing wherever I meet somebody who knows or understands this system. I've been writing how to solve this, how to come up with this and all that. This is something which is there. Then there are multiple other problems. One is the cleanliness. I've been to multiple international destinations and I'm amazed the cleanliness and which is possible all over the globe.
Right.
And not.
See, this is in India, the cleanliness is something which is the problem. It's a self-inflicted problem. We have created it ourselves. And wo ek ban gaya hai, what do you call it? We are in that loop. We are not able to get out of it.
But we have somewhere achieved this thing. I'll tell you. Metros, Delhi Metro, malls. How are they clean?
Yeah.
They are clean. Same people, everybody is the same, but these places are clean. Airports, but these places are clean.
Accountability.
Yes. So it's not the people, it's the system, the way it is being done. So if you keep a road very clean, people will not throw anything there. The roads are already dirty.
Right.
People don't mind making it more dirty. That is what is happening right now. We just need to fix that part in some way. So I have a few ideas about that also. I keep writing all those things. So there are these kind of impacts are there which I want to make in this world, where you change something in a way and then people follow you to change it in their way, and then everybody is trying to change it and then the whole thing changes.
That is very nice actually. Yeah.
So this is the kind of impact which will have some impact.
If you have to go back in time and advise your younger self, what will you suggest or what will you advise?
So there are 3 important things which I feel which is important for everybody, and it remains there for all life. One is you should be very curious, keep learning in life. If you're not curious, you're not learning, you're not exploring different things. If you're an engineer, explore, finance, explore sales, explore other things also. One is this, explore different things. One is to understand your passion. Try to understand and do what you want to do in that passion. Then make your own path. Don't be a follower. Try to understand your own personality, your passion, and then make your own path. Do what you feel is right and follow your own path. And finally, be creative. Try to learn more things, explore different places, different destination. Being an engineer, you can also do sales, you can also do other things.
Right.
So if you do these basic three things, then it is easier for you to grow in life.
Right. Awesome.